are really broad. We make drama across 4 channels, BBC One, BBC Two, BBC Three and BBC Four, primarily BBC One, BBC Two. BBC One is about the very best range of mainstream drama, hopefully in the world. Because of the nature of our funding, public service, we should offer all variances of drama for all audiences. So I don't think there is such a thing as a BBC show. I think how they all add together is what BBC makes. So EastEnders plus Luther plus The Village plus New Tricks. It needs to be that whole range of drama. So that's what BBC One is all about. Mainly about 9 o'clock midweek and finding the next generation of mainstream shows that do something modern and different. And then BBC Two is a channel that's all about having a attitude on the world. It's about coming at the world sideways and having a real angle. So, and that can range from modern to period. So pieces like Parade's End and The Fall, although very different, have a acute authorship and angle on the world that feels very different, I think. So, and then BBC Three is young, skewing drama, but we don't make much of it. We try to make it feel innovative and fresh. We just made it in the flesh. And then BBC Four is still slightly up in the air about the funding. So my role as a commissioner really is about having an overview of drama at the BBC. It's about setting the tone for what should drama be at the BBC, so that the world outside know what they can bring to us, as well as making it feel like a great place for people to come and work. And then internally, it's about making drama really matter at the BBC and ensuring that we have the right range, the right funding, the right mechanisms in place. It's really easy. My favourite show ever is House of Cards, because I think it's brilliant. I'm not saying it's the best drama ever and there aren't any that is good, but because it means something personally to me, because it was the first piece of drama that I really engaged with at 9 o'clock, adult telly, if you like. And there's one particular moment at the end of the last episode of the first series where Francis Urquhart puts his hands out to Matty and you think he's going to hug her and he chucks her off the building. And it's just brilliant. It's a brilliant twist. So I think what I'm looking for in a script is just something that you can't stop reading, that you're compelled by, that you connect to, but that feels surprising. There's no rules. You've just got to want to keep reading and want to keep watching. A lot of that is about having a fresh angle on something. So it could be something you've just never read about before, or it could be a crime show where the uniqueness of the characters or the angle on the crime feels really surprising. I think that the pitching process should feel as relaxed as it can possibly be. I think that there's no point making it feel ridiculously formal. I think that it should feel more like a conversation and less like a formal pitch, because ultimately it's about two people or how many people in the room engaging with ideas, and ideas are not formal things. Ideas are jagged ideas that float in the air. So you've got to be able to just have a conversation about it. What I often think about pitching is it's often not the idea that they pitch that is then the idea you go with. It's often the idea they talk to you about as you're putting your coat on at the end of a meal. So just being open to ideas wherever they come from. The drama that I've been most proud of that I've commissioned, I don't know if it's most proud or one that I feel emotionally connected to, is probably Luther. Just because I remember vividly talking to Neil about it to begin with, and the process of where it started with Series 1 and where it is now is something that we all went on quite a journey with. So it's just very personal to me. But then so's Call the Midwife, so's Sherlock, so's Line of Duty, so's The Fall. So there's too many, but I guess if I had to say one, I'd say Luther. So I think the future drama is rich, exciting, there's lots of money going into it, but ultimately it's totally unexpected, and it's about giving writers their arm and then seeing what they come up with. The advice I'd give to emerging writers is to write and write and write and write. and to be really passionate about it, to watch everything, have opinions about everything, and really engage in the industry. And then to have determination as well. I don't think you can sit back thinking, I'm a good writer, someone notice me. You've got to make people notice you. And if you've really got a burning passion, that should be second nature. Just getting your work in front of people, be it agents or theatre producers or television producers, just keep going. And if you're really passionate about an idea and someone turns it down, just put it in a bottom drawer, look at it in 6 months and go, well, actually they were right, or no, I really believe in it, and try again. So absolute determination, but also being your own critic, always striving for the best, and just writing. That's the only thing writers can do, just be driven to write. What I think is brilliant about the Writers' Room is that I think they offer practical and personal support to writers at the beginning of the careers. I think they're brilliant at giving advice, at giving feedback. I think it's just a community where people feel connected, and they also have great courses and get writers together in interesting ways. So it's an incredibly useful, really important place for writers to go that I don't think anyone else does in this country.